Alright, we got a bit of a wrestling video out, and then we're going to go over day 3 of free agency. Of course, Santino Marella has been, at least on and off, a memorable part over the recent PG era when it comes to, like, comedic characters on its own. Santino has gotten himself a bit of scrutiny around the old school wrestling audience when it comes to the people that were a bit above the age over the demeaning content over the PG demographic for WWE, and Santino was kind of built over that. He came out over his debut back against Umaga in an Italy episode on 07 Raw, where he won the Intercontinental title. I'm sure a lot of people remember that episode. And then he started going over winning streaks, an over-exaggerated Italian accent for a Canadian wrestler, and it built himself a memorable tenure. He didn't get himself any type of backstage heat, always was respectful, had the most over character when it comes to, like, whenever it comes to any guy from the main roster. Always had memorable segments, could make anybody break character. When it came to him nearly winning the Rumble, or nearly winning the Elimination Chamber, or actually getting fans over, him nearly breaking the Intercontinental title record. And I'm telling you, it doesn't always have to be record-breaking feats, but Santino has already won, two to three U.S. titles, several Intercontinental title reigns, tag title reigns. He got Vladimir Kozlov over, of all things. He made himself memorable segments with Beth Phoenix in a will they won't they relationship storyline. Always had entertaining segments involving anybody that's not as over as him. And built himself with a resume as a producer. Now he's coming in trying to help people over on Impact. He's now, I think, an authority figure there. And, speaking for a person that was kind of young enough to at least get the humor of Santino around that time, I wouldn't mind him more as a Hall of Famer at this point. He's built over a lot for the company. Always had memorable segments. Got himself over. Built over a squeaky clean image. Always have memorable segments. And, has a positive light. Especially how he is backstage. I can see no reason why Santino can't make it over to the Hall of Fame if we're giving it over to people like Torrie Wilson. Knowing how much Torrie Wilson did so much for the women's division when it comes to making it over for Playboy, having memorable segments. Always been a top woman when it comes to her sex appeal over for the company, and built a lot of attention, especially over her father's storyline with Dawn Marie. Santino has gotten a lot of people over. Even when it comes to making unlikely tag teams, always had the most memorable segments. Even if they weren't funnier for the older demographic, and just had such a distinct look at him. Like, what to get when it comes to that walk. His finisher always had distinct finishes. His own signature moves. And just anything, nearly what he does, got some type of hilarious reaction out of the company or the fans, so I can see no reason. That's just my opinion. How you guys remember Santino Marella? Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? That's it for me.